Hello, hello.
Hello? Can you
How
hear me?
goes? Check 1 2, check 1 2. Mic check. Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Still checking my setups here. I've not heard from Wade. Usually that means he's coming. Eventually. Let's make a game. Oh, that closed my Discord. I did close my Discord. Who picked Wade's name on the Scremular channel?
Who picked it? He did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or as far as I
El
know.
Huedo.
I don't know. I showed up and that's what it was.
That's awesome. I approve.
Because he was some guy
That was good too.
previously.
I guess I should go grab the device. I'll be right back. Oh no, but before I do that, to make our pictures bigger. Oh, wrong thing. Streaming is hard. Customize. There we are. So good.
Oh, shit.
All right, nerd mode engaged. Wi-Fi disconnected. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, someone's here. Oh no, that's my screen. Got all excited for a second. All right, let's make a game. Make a game. what do I want from my branch? It's time to decide how much of this I want to keep.
Is Wade coming? Do you know?
I haven't heard from him. Let's see. He might have, because Max said he wasn't going to 5, and then I was a little bit late setting up the stream. Maybe he thought no one's starting till 5. I will at him. Do. All right. How was the rest of your weekend?
What's that?
How was the rest of your weekend?
It was okay. It was quiet. Yours?
Yep. Pretty dull. I think like yesterday for some reason I was only up for like 12 hours.
What's that?
I slept until like 10, and then think I went to bed at like probably before 10. It was weird. You'd be napping. Here it is. Okay, so all the .cs is what I care about. got rid of instance. I think that's right.
What are you working on?
Player number stuff.
What's that?
Player number stuff.
Oh,
And trying to stabilize the lobby so that when you load into a multiplayer room, it loads into a new room. So lobby should be fully
oh, so we don't hear them.
actually spawn stuff in lobby and stuff.
Oh, you can spawn stuff in lobby, or
yeah, once like when you're in lobby by yourself, it's just like you can't do too much. For later, maybe single player mode, but once you join a multiplayer session, it reloads the level. That's the plan. It's like what Phasmo does.
right?
You're like you're in your home base, that's fine. But then when you join a multiplayer session, it reloads into a multiplayer session. But that allows us to do is actually for the multiplayer stuff to work the same way in the lobby as it does everywhere else.
Okay.
Which was a bit messy before. But sort of cleaning that up, and then I'm gonna dig into why player number sometimes doesn't work. It's getting there incrementally, because it never worked in lobby, right? So Right, now to see if it works. Part 1, that is. Wonder if Wade still doesn't have power.
Oh, I think he does.
Because didn't it go back off again?
I was talking to him recently.
Okay. Before his phone lost the last of its charge.
No, I think they have power.
Nom, nom. Why's my Wi-Fi like randomly failing on me today? Huh. Bing. Oh, almost there. Cancel. What did I do? Oh gosh. That was odd. Okay. Oh, Snoot, do you hear the game in the...
I do.
Is it, like, too loud, or is it okay?
Nope.
Nice. Alright. No hands. Just yet. Oh, we have a room. Join game. Next is floating text. Okay, my changes do not seem to have broken the game yet. Oh. Did I not add it to the build list? Probably did not. Or else it's taking a really long time to load. Who knows? Let's see. I bet this is on screen actually. Nope, it's in the eye that faded out. Oh, I heard a beep. I think that works. But I should make sure I can load a level and the all the player number stuff still works. Maybe it does not. Oh. Weird. My avatar, got my floating text. Let's go to Western.
A coyote.
Coyote's yelling at you. Alright, I got a player number successfully. I'm now going to spawn a ball and turn on the rules. Okay, I didn't punch my monitor there. Free throw earned. Yep, rules seem to be working. Okay, next. Oops. Running. Next, return to lobby and see if I retain my player number. I'm still player number 1. Connected to lobby. Oh yes, multiple instances in the scene. I have to solve that. Interesting. It doesn't say anything in the log about having done stuff with my player number. But the log doesn't go back too far. I know. I have this log in front of me. I heard a beep. There was a beep. It's El Huedo. Audio check, 1, 2.
Just a heads up, I'm on my work sesh now. Love you.
Love you too, Wade. Wonder if he can hear us. Yep, I know. Should not do that. Not disabled. So Wade, can you hear us?
Yes.
How was the volume on the game? That also happened to be gone.
Oh, I just started hearing you now.
Oh, okay. I was I was sharing my Windows audio too, and it didn't seem to be blasting Jillian, but
it's fine.
Well, from what I heard, it seemed okay.
All right. Log. Lobby. Lobby. Western. Registering player number 1. Good. Disconnected from Western. I'm not 100% sure how. Honestly, I got a player number in the lobby.
Like you had it working before and you don't remember how you did it?
No, well, so I was changed the session.
Max says he's in the
session
stream.
manager.
I don't know if you have to invite him or something.
Oh, I do. There he is. Yeah, it doesn't
Hello.
give a very good alert when someone joins. He's just like in the lobby being sad. Hello. I have some stuff ready to check in that no longer tries to make the player data manager a singleton, because that didn't make sense, because that idea was from before when we had like literally different rooms for different levels.
Right.
So I cleaned that up. Coming back to the lobby, we get exceptions in that code because there are multiple real-time instances in the lobby. I think that's okay. I think I'm just about to get rid of the extra real-time instance in the lobby and take out our hacked in like room code server. So get code will just get a random code, and then join game will join it.
Okay.
Hello, cat. Time for cat cam. Cat cam
Say hi.
time.
No hello, just
Oh,
head
so
bumps.
awesome. Oh, I got purrs. I heard full
buzzing.
Some
full
good
on air
burps.
purrs. I guess I need to make our I need to make this a little smaller in order for us all to fit. Ah, it fell off. How badly does this code break things? I think it's, so for some reason my avatar seemed to know my number still. That makes sense actually, because if it fails to connect to the model, it still has a local copy of my number. So I think that's fine. I think this is fine. You guys ready for a quick? This code seems stable, and it does what it intended to do. So if you want, I could merge this right now before I do the next step
Sure.
to save.
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt.
So here on screen here is in the blue. This is what I touched. So probably not code you guys are working in, and it's just like half a dozen .cs files. Should be an easy merge. We can get that over
Yeah,
here.
do it.
The next one might touch a couple objects, as I clean out some stuff in the lobby. Is anyone else working in lobby right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually just about to merge my code, so.
But your stuff doesn't touch lobby or like the other thing I might mess with is the manager's prefab.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what I'm touching. Okay, let me push this and create a pull request. It's like turbo size. All right. I have created a pull request. Someone either of you want to review it, or should I just rebase and merge?
What all did you do in it?
So the real-time session player object, I tried to make it a Unity singleton, and then that's a little bit weird because I had real-time components on it, and then it was trying to follow us from room to room. So basically, I just got rid of I got rid of having it being a singleton accessed through like an instance variable. And I think I made a couple of its accessors static that are actually accessing just global static data.
Cool.
I can show the diffs. I can show the diffs on
I
my
just
screen
wanted
if you want.
to make sure I knew
Sure.
what you were pushing, but yeah, that should be fine for me.
Okay. Wait,
Yep.
okay for me to merge a root?
Merge away.
Oh, it's asking me to confirm. Dunzo. I love the size of this font now. Maybe I should close this before
That's there. Oh, shit.
It wasn't me.
My changes for the
Was it me?
outline are there, but it's not working.
You had to do like one last thing to it once upon
Yeah,
a
it
time.
was the make the outline readable. And shoot. All right. That really sucks. I'm hoping it's there. Wait. The model isn't there.
Oh my god.
I thought that was cat action at Jillian, but no.
Oh, it looks like one thing wasn't pulled in. Fixed outline. I hope. Yeah, it looks like there's one thing I never did pull in, and that is why it's not there. Bowling ball to FBX meta. Huh. All right. Did you already merge your stuff in, Andrew?
Yeah, I hit
Okay, good.
rebase.
Well, hopefully. I tried rebase at work and I had major issues. I always have issues with rebasing.
But so what I do is usually like I don't I will throw away my branch until it's like one commit ahead of main, right? And then rebase and merge is super clean because the head -1 is already main, and so it's just like it just puts my commit on top of it.
What do you mean by you'll
So it's like
throw away your
this.
branch?
So like if my branch starts to get out of sync of
Yeah.
main, I'll create like a new branch off the latest main, and cherry pick my fixes in and make sure they all merge and look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a not the branch that I've been developing in, but like a new like getting ready to push branch that is like as close to main as I can get it. You know what I mean? So then and hopefully the pull request isn't sitting there for too long, but it's just like the pull request is like just my changes pretty much on top of main.
Okay, makes sense.
Because like Git merge just does stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm done. I did a great job. But like, especially with like .unities or .prefabs, I would not trust it to get the merge right. And I know your work isn't the YAML files, but similar probably applies.
Let's see.
So I'm literally doing that now. Like I have some work in progress on a branch that was like that had what I just checked in and some other work in progress stuff. So I created a new branch that was just like a working branch, so I could just take the clean mods on, I literally just did it tonight. Made a new branch off main, cherry picked my stuff that I thought was ready, tested it, and then pushed it to you guys.
Gotcha.
And the thing I forgot to do is delete that branch, which, as you can see, I do a lot. Or did I? Maybe I remembered to do it. Andrew player number. There it is, being naughty still. Delete it. Yeah, so now I'm back on the latest main, and I'm gonna grab my sketchier work in progress. Yeah, a cherry pick from a branch that I'm then gonna nuke. So when I cherry pick, I always -n it, which doesn't commit it. It just leaves it all sitting as staged for commit. And then I take a look at it and sort of do a manual merge to main to make sure it all still makes sense. So it's already staged to commit, and I'll usually unstage everything so that diff tool works the way I expect it.
Well, I just did a get rebase main. See how it looks.
Yeah, if you're rebase main, it doesn't, like I would get diff main before I get rebase main, just to see what all is going to come in, because Git's going to do some sort of a merge. So wait. Were you asking about using rebase locally or as in the pull request?
Oh, I use it locally.
Yeah, I almost never use
Okay.
it locally. Almost never. I'll go to main and like create a new branch from main and then cherry pick my stuff on top of that.
So
Rather than
can I
rebase,
share my?
just try to rebase my branch because Git just does
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Well, that is too late for me. But I'm gonna.
Yay.
Let me just share my screen. I think it's fine.
I mean, it's probably fine, but like I find that like Git is like, oh, we're gonna create these 3 commits of merges that we made,
Yeah.
right? Meanwhile, that like that's cluttering up the history for everyone.
Okay. So can you see my? Oh no. Hold on. Now can you see my screen?
Oh, I have to enable
I
it.
think it's pretty clean. It is. I only see the files that I did.
Oh, that's probably fine then.
Literally, it's just that, and I can see.
Like it does make me nervous that there's like that it did stuff with a dot asset.
That's because I actually made. Oh, which one? Oh no, that I intentionally made this. I know what this is.
But then down below there's also a dot unity,
Yes,
I think.
and I mean this is fine. These are my graphics changes. Okay, this one I'm a little.
Yeah, I mean,
The one that I'm positive I know about and would. Where the hell is it? Bowling ball.
run it and see if it goes.
Is okay. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because now I see something.
But if you do a history, like if you do like git log n4, has it created a bunch of merge commits that since
Git,
the last check-in?
Git space log space n space 4 or n4.
Git log dash n, so space dash n, and then the number of how far back you want to go.
So
The other thing I often decorate that with like name status.
yeah.
This kind
So
of.
this is what it did. The last 4 I can see are Max's added water fountain particle effect. Your RT session players don't try to be a singleton. Fixed outline and merge branch Wade outline fix into Wade outline fix.
That's a little bit weird. That's not the order I would have expected.
What I'm nervous about is, oh no, there it is. Okay, everything I'm looking at are changes that I did.
Hey, Wade,
Yeah.
your audio's
Cool.
kind of shoddy. Like, I don't know if anyone else is getting this, but like your volume fluctuates.
Oh, is this better? Okay.
Better.
Well,
I think it's my microphone.
okay.
Sorry?
Well, it wasn't that it was like too quiet. It was that like I found it was like fluctuating. Like it was loud and then quiet and loud.
It's like a loose cord or something.
Yeah. Anyway, just heads up.
Is it still doing it or is it
No,
just?
it sounds fine now.
Okay. I think what it was, let me just turn it down a little bit because I did kind of jack it up there, is I think it was far away from my mouth.
Oh, okay.
So it might have just been that I would go over here, back. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay, I'm going to test this out after I get rid of this cat.
No, don't get rid of the cat. Hold on, we didn't
Well,
have cat
wait,
cam.
I can do
cat
it.
Cam,
I can
cat
do a cat
cam,
cam. Okay.
Cat
Give me
cam.
your cat cam, and then I'll do a cat
cam.
cam. If you want my cat.
Oh my gosh. Oh, can we get? Okay. Oh, we gotta get everyone's cat somehow.
Hang on, I need to readjust a bit.
He's getting antsy.
Oh,
Oh, cats, so many cats. Max,
Maple.
disappointing.
Maple, come here.
You gotta get him to purr.
There we go. Yes. So good.
Preach. I'm surprised how
No.
Look at her.
just
She's
sitting
like,
there
Someone
staring.
yeah. Look at all the cats.
Bruce is just hanging out. I like your cat, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cat is maybe a mouse imposter. Yay! Oh, oh, so many best cats.
Good kitty.
Okay, here.
They're all getting pats.
Good kitty.
Oh, oh,
Oh, here
Oh,
we
those
go.
are good purrs.
oh, good purr, good purr,
Prisha's like intensely
Purr,
checking out what's
purr.
happening in the tree.
Sees all the other cats, maybe.
I
This is the
guess so.
shitty thing about this cat, though.
Oh no,
Look at that tail.
white on black.
Wait, 1 second, I'll be right back.
Fur slippers. I see the cat took the chair.
That sounds about right.
That's awesome.
My chair is often stolen when I get back into the room.
You made a warm butt. What do you expect?
What do you think?
Here's, by the way, so, oh, I almost shared code again.
What?
I bet there's a way I can put this into. I can put this in a
Hi
ticker
again.
or in the lower third.
I just realized I have to make a build before I can test this.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I'll just make a local one, then if it works, I'll publish it. The only thing I don't
Okay,
like about
here
the
is how-
grabber, and I have to fix it, is it's when you pick up the ball, it's always on,
Oh, interesting.
which isn't ideal.
So it's not just in the hover.
Pardon me?
It's not just for the hover.
No, it's once it's in your hand. I just haven't. What I should do.
Well, I
is,
mean, when it's in your hand, it is in a way hovering. My guess is the whatever raycast is being sent out is originating from the hand, so it's
yeah,
hitting the ball anyways. There would need to be some sort of special
like a
rule
distance.
set, like, hey, if it's held, turn off the script or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a big deal for now.
No, it's not a deal breaker. But if
Yeah.
it starts to become annoying, then I'll fix it.
Yeah, for sure.
Does you see my snippet on screen? Like, bam. This is my favorite git log command for showing history.
Oh, hold on.
So like what the heck happened on this branch? There it is. Boom. Git log n4. And that just shows like who did what. Gives you the hashes, the author, the date, and the description. You can throw a bunch of stuff on it to make it pretty. The other good one is name status. Memorize this.
Name status.
Yeah. So the syntax is a little bit weird. It's 2 dashes before name, and then it's name dash status. And this one gives the same log, but it gives all the objects that were touched. Or files, I should say. Which is also super handy.
It's pretty cool.
Like, yeah, what files did this thing do? I guess we have one cat still on cam, but I'll share my screen again. If I can figure it out.
We need to find a way that we can set up like some sort of event. So when you type in hi chat into the message, into the whatever the messaging, it plays cricket sounds.
Doesn't it do that already?
And then throughout the thing, we just keep asking questions, and then just crickets.
Yeah, we do need a bot on our chat. For sure. Meanwhile, yeah, I've got all these exciting diffs. Well, I should plug in my headset though before I forget.
So, Jillian,
Yep.
I had the
Wait, chat is talking to
Oh.
us. The crickets have gone away. What are you guys trying to build? Is the question. I guess I should. We put it up. What's the answer to that? How top secret is it?
Well, I mean, VR video game.
You'll probably see it in a minute when I test this out. But yeah, that's the short answer. VR video game. And basically Oculus Quest 2 and 3, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for now. Hey, Jillian, I'm sending a YouTube video. It's a little hard for me to know how much of this needs to be, like, how much of it is effective or useful.
Okay.
As I was doing some research, this was taking someone taking me through the process of generating light map UVs.
Okay. Perfect.
I still need to determine how much of whether you just need to create the channel or whether you actually need to do the light baking itself in Blender.
Okay.
That's what I'm still trying to figure out, but this is kind of like a decent start that I ended up on. I should have more info in a minute.
Okay, we got good questions from chat. I don't know how much is public. So do you guys work in a company? Basically, yes. The company is QMD, but the game development department is volunteers for now.
Yes.
Yeah. And how long did it take us to learn coding? A lifetime. Having said that,
I think it kind of varies for each of us, right?
yeah, I think it takes a couple of years to learn coding, I would say.
Yeah.
Like you can get started pretty quickly, but it takes a couple of years to get good, I would say, if you're working
Yeah.
hard.
There's a lot of amazing free resources out there.
That's the thing.
So, for example,
a
I
lot of
went
things I
to
had to learn.
university
People just are
to
yeah.
learn some, but I know plenty of people who have learned on their own time and have essentially the same education. So,
Yeah, it's a skill. There's also like computer science, which is a degree. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Then there's a lot of overlap, but one doesn't necessarily require the other. Thanks for the questions. Often it's just us on Monday nights. So there's learning to code, and there's also learning how to make games with Unity, which is sort of a separate
Yeah,
question.
you guys had a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the learning curve is a game editor. Yeah, you can see the game in a sec. I'm not sure. Yes, here, you can see the game. Let me just stash this code that I don't know if it works. And you can see the version from a couple minutes ago. I have some work in progress stuff that I'm about to merge in that some of it works and some of it is still in progress. So I will just stash this stuff. And open up the game. So we're building it in Unity. Unity is, stop me if you already know what Unity is. Really powerful game editor, game design suite that also is really mature and has a million plugins. So we're building a multiplayer VR game Stop. Yeah. So yeah, we found plugins that do a lot of the multiplayer stuff for us. So that lets us focus on the game part of the game and not being network programmers. Are any of us network programmers?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, I've done almost zero.
Okay, it worked.
Oh yeah.
The other thing I notice is when the object that you're picking up is farther away, and I think we commented on this before, the outline is thicker. I mean, it's technically the same, but it looks thicker because the ball is smaller.
Oh, I think I just loaded an old version. I have a question for QMD. Yeah, this is an old version.
Yeah.
The question is, can you see chat?
Yes.
On that? Oh, okay, cool. Because I can't see chat in with VR on.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Quick update, Jillian.
Yep.
So the video I sent,
Yep.
it only ends up being like the first 30 seconds to a minute at most is kind of like the useful part.
Okay.
And even then, you'll probably know how to do this because you've done the color mapping for UV. Since the rest of that video shows you how to do light baking and actually fill that new UV channel with a light map,
Okay.
we do not need to actually do that in Blender because we're not sure where the lighting is going to be until we bring it into Unity. So you'll create the objects like you have been. That first UV channel that you create is for the color maps, which is as is. From my understanding, all you'll have to do is create a second UV channel and it can be left completely empty. It's just important that we have that second UV channel when exporting to exporting into Unity, and then that way we can bake the light maps in Unity itself.
So right now, because they don't exist, is that what Unity's having trouble with? Is it's trying to create that second channel for everything?
It is. There might be a middle step that I'm missing, but since there's not that new UV channel, we're clicking that the checkbox on import. That's essentially not only trying to create that channel, but it's also trying to create a light map UV for that new channel, and that's what's taking so long. Like I said, there might be a middle step that it's like creating the light map without actually assigning the lighting itself, because we don't know where the lights are going to be until we actually get in, like put it in game.
Well, what I can do is I can do that for like 1 or 2 of the lanes, right? And see if it works, because there's no point in me doing that to everything.
Yeah. The other thing would be give me an intermediary object like a box or a barrel or something like that with all the UV stuff. Keep it small, keep it simple, and that way we can test that in like a lab environment.
Okay.
See if it works. Go from there.
Yeah, I can definitely do it with a one model or whatever. I wasn't sure if it makes sense to do it to a larger thing to see.
Yeah. Let me do just a little bit more looking into it, and I'll let you know. Just trying to kind of keep you updated on what I'm seeing. So.
Perfect.
Also watching Andrew, kind of.
Do we have anything else from chat? Were we giving up on?
Looks like we just got one more message. How will this game earn you guys? I'm assuming like
Oh, we're gonna sell it.
like monetary, like how we'll make money off of it.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
end goal is probably like a one-time purchase, so it's not like a free-to-play where you have microtransactions. It's more one-time purchase of the game, and you'll get this with a handful of different levels that you can play through.
Yeah, maybe add
Yeah,
level
some
packs.
DLC in the future when we add some more levels for people to buy into.
But we're microtransactions are kind of against our religion.
Yep.
Oh, that was close.
It wasn't close, Max. Thanks for saying so. I'm not used to bowling sitting down though.
It's definitely different.
This is not a good idea. I should take this one.
But yeah, if you're interested in a bit more about
Hang on, I have to
what
ask.
kind of, like the kind of game we're going for, we recommend looking up Walkabout Mini Golf.
Yes.
Currently, we're the main four. We do have a couple other like temporary members that are helping us with things like music and marketing, but we're the main four that work on the game.
We shouldn't have shown this. Okay, Max, keep an eye on the screen. Oh, it worked. It was doing that thing where it was like.
Yeah,
launching into
I saw that. Like a
Oh,
little
okay.
toss, and it shoots it off onto the top part.
Yeah.
Was it?
That's a known issue that we don't. Actually, it's not a known issue. It's an issue that we know about, but we don't know what's causing it.
Did it not happen when you
Oh.
when the pop-up was there?
Good question.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. It was great to have you on the chat. Appreciate all the help. We love seeing people interested. So, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, I wish we had a landing page we could send you to, so you on a mailing list.
Oh yeah, we'll keep making updates. So if you ever see us again, we might have more for you later on. So.
Days. Should be done by next week, right, Kate?
On the game by next week? Okay.
I'm so bad at
Cool.
the game that we're making.
So my changes are in main now.
Oh yeah. You don't break it?
No, I don't think so.
Excellent.
Just so you know, Andrew, it looks like our viewer had to drop. But great little demo. Yeah, that's awesome.
No! Our first viewer.
What happened? It crashed?
No, they left.
Oh.
They got bored. Like, game design's boring. True. Until it's frustrating.
The process isn't always the most fun, but the end result should be.
Yeah. Thanks for taking over chat
Oh,
there,
yeah.
Max.
For sure.
The face of volleyball.
Well, Bull-E Ball is probably the face of Bully Ball.
Okay, this stuff is all merged into main now, and I can just pull
Yeah.
it.
Next artist task, map our faces onto the bowling balls, so we each have our
Okay.
own custom bowling ball that looks like us.
I didn't even want to bring it up.
We're like a 3D scan
But,
of our own head as the ball itself.
Someone, is it Normcore? Is it Normcore?
Normcore?
No, I don't want to say in case it's wrong. I think I saw Normcore saying that like you could pull in Facebook avatars now.
Really?
Oh,
Maybe it wasn't them though. Maybe it was the Oculus SDK.
yeah, that's
It seems like it would be more
If
like
it
the
was
Oculus
Normcore,
SDK,
that would be
but-
too easy. I know, yeah, more like the Oculus SDK. If it was Normcore, it'd be too easy. But
well,
then it's like we totally don't want
I mean,
that. We don't
Normcore
like-
may have
don't
made
wanna
it
be- we
like
don't want-
easier to pull that information in, even if it's not like a
Yeah.
fully supported feature per se. Yeah, that'd still be neat though. I think I'd still rather be.
Yeah, we want the alligators and the
yeah.
and the crab and the chimera.
But still a cool option
I
if
don't
it's
know
there.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Could you imagine being the one guy who like brings in their own avatar? Like we're having a play session. Anyway. Okay, fast forwarded. Git stash. Apply.
Are you able to see if there's people in the room?
You mean
Yeah.
watching us? So I at the top, I can hover and it says that we're live, what our frame rate is, how long we've been live, and then one on YouTube and one on Twitch. That's not always reliable. Like sometimes it's like because I've got this app hooked up that oops.
Like it could be
Where did I
you
click?
or us like registered as a viewer even though it's not actually a viewer.
Yeah, this app is it's right control. The chat app might show up as
Yeah.
viewers,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like I've connected the chat app, so but I don't know. I mean, I could close it. Let's close it and see what it does to the number of viewers.
I don't know
There
what
might
kind
be
of
a delay
control
here.
we have, but it could be interesting at least while we're still growing an audience. When people do drop in, I'd love to see like a little chat pop up that just like a simple hello username. Thanks for dropping in. More so for us to recognize that somebody has joined.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this the studio I'm using is very it's distributed video merging, if that makes any sense. So like
Oh, because you could have
restream is you guys are you're like restream is kind of like the video client for you guys and your screen shares. So like I can set up a bunch of fun stuff if I was doing this in OBS
yeah.
with like there are all sorts of fun streaming things where like they just react automatically to people joining the chat and stuff like that. It's not impossible, but I'll think about that.
Yeah,
One
no
of the things I
stress. I'd
could
rather
do is
focus on the game, but could be interesting.
yeah, because one of the things I can do is have my screen be like my camera be a virtual camera with OBS. So my camera is an OBS session. Anyway, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Or we just get add someone to the team who just who joins us and does the chat stuff.
I don't know
right?
why.
Like all this stuff like changing the screen layouts and all that other good stuff. Yes, it says we still have viewers even though I dropped that app off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's because you said it's also streaming to YouTube, right?
You're going 3 places. We're going Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Okay.
And sadly, there is not from here. There isn't. We don't have Facebook chat integration. Facebook is like you have to manage that at the event. So that's where you like you want to have your if this was a stream that was like generating revenue because people were watching it, a job would be the person who's like has the Facebook event open on one monitor has the rest of the chats open on another monitor,
Mm.
and there's like, you know, popping up stuff when, you know, we hit our milestones and things.
That reminded me, I just saw, I'm not big into the streaming world in general, watching or streaming myself, but I saw one the other day, and this guy created an environment. I I don't know for sure. It looked like he was in a VR environment because it had head and hand tracking. It might have been something more like just visual, like Connect tracking or something like that. Regardless, he was kind of like this torso up large avatar, and everyone who joined, or a group of subscribers or whoever who joined his stream, got to create like these tiny mini avatars, and they would join as like miniatures in the world that they could like run around and like interact with things. So it was him streaming, and like he'd be like, "Oh, you're being naughty," and he could like pick them up off the ground and like throw them away, and they'd go like flying into a pond or something. Or he'd spawn a bunch of soccer balls and drop them down, and they'd all like play around with them. It they all had voice chat as well,
Wait.
so they all sounded like these, I don't know, almost like minions of sorts.
Was this his
Cat cam.
product? Like this was
Cat
his
cam.
like
I don't
game
know
or
exactly whether it was through just a normal streaming platform or if he created like a
oh
third-party thing. I could probably find it. I have it saved somewhere, but it was just really, I had never seen a streamer be able to interact with their viewers in such a
Hmm.
way. It was cool, much more interactive and a lot more VR in design. Yeah, it's a good girl. Yeah, that just reminded me of that, so I can drop that video or something at some point.
Cool. I do kind of miss Zoom where we were all like foxes and
I wonder if you
cats
can
and stuff.
do that here. Oh, they have virtual backgrounds, but
Yeah, I mean, this is all hosted on their servers, right? It's not going to have too much firepower. I mean, that's pretty impressive though.
you can upload your own background.
I mean, it's doing a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. We're in the future, guys.
Well, and they have key colors, so if you had like a green screen behind you, it would help manage that.
It's doing a really good job though, like just figuring out people. They haven't quite got it to where it like only shows the cats, but we'll get
Cat
there.
cam.
Okay, this is a yes. Join room. I think this is a yes. This did not work.
Well, I like if you. I know you guys probably knew this already, but if you click on like a particle emitter, it'll start moving as soon as you click on it. I didn't realize it did that. Like if you're just in the,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
designer mode, not like.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
preview it.
Okay, Jillian, I have a few more. I guess they're like little screenshots I'll share. I think most of these are steps either you are already doing or are just kind of like backup steps. More like, hey, just make sure that you don't have any flipped normals.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'll send them all as is, knowing that like some of them might not be relevant.
No, that's perfect. And even if it's like a checklist, because obviously sometimes I forget normals.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's hard to find all of them. Like I thought I had
And
flipped
I
all the normals.
will stop when I get to the part where it comes into Unity, mostly just because they're not. It's just like, hey, once you bring it to Unity, make sure everything is still correct. And it's like, sure, that makes sense. So, from what I understand, this is basically saying once you create the new UV channel, UV1, and just ensure that like all the transformations and face orientations and everything are correct. On export, you include the UVs, which I think you do, otherwise the coloring wouldn't work.
Mhm.
And then when we bring it into Unity, I just confirm that there is indeed a second UV channel,
Okay. I don't,
and
because I don't,
theoretically that should be enough.
I don't necessarily click anything. I think FBX files
It might have
include
it
them.
included by default.
Yeah,
It might
'cause
be
I
a
don't.
checkbox that's already checked.
Yeah, because I don't check it. I don't do anything to for to bring the UVs in. They just come in on their own. So we can try
Um,
that and see.
yeah. So that being said, I think I am going to open up a new lab. I might go into the lighting lab. I think at some point, Wade, I think you may have done some work in the lighting lab or something.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go into the lighting lab. I would love if you could, Jillian, provide me with a simple model. I don't really care what it is, whether it's like a barrel or a street lamp or kind of whatever. And maybe give me a version 1 where as normal without generating that new UV channel,
Okay.
and then try adding that new UV channel even if it's empty. And then I'll try bringing both of them in, doing a light bake for that scene, and seeing what happens.
Okay.
That should be relatively quick and easy to test because nothing too complicated, and we get to check the difference to see if that empty channel really makes a difference or not.
Just noticed our chat tool is behind our faces. SMRT.
Also, completely off track, but I finished my taxes today.
Nice. Good job.
Huzzah. Even ahead of the curve.
Meh. Meh.
Don't even know why I'm paying taxes. It's just going to building missiles.
Mm. Or
And roads and hospitals and
Well,
stuff.
A little bit.
Is it?
It's like,
It's going to billionaire
Yeah.
CEOs.
I give them 10 grand
obviously.
and they put 2 cents of it towards building a school. It's great. It's fantastic.
But there's still schools.
There are still schools for
least.
now,
It's not just missiles.
unless the missiles are also going towards the schools.
You should only have to pay taxes if your party wins.
I love that.
Like, So the people who are going to spend the money the way I want,
I
get the
think
money.
I like the idea of it being like a what was I thinking? Like you can actually say I want my taxes to go towards, and there's like you get to check boxes.
I've
I
heard that
think some
suggestion.
municipal taxes are
Or
Yeah.
like
like
a
that.
percentage, like I want,
Yeah,
50%
I want
to
most
go
of my
to,
money to go towards schools, and then the
yeah,
second to go towards roads,
yeah,
and then to the military budget or whatever.
yeah,
Or even like a ranked choice. Like even if I don't get to choose the percentages, I at least get to say I would prefer my money go towards A, B, and C before it goes to X, Y, Z.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because people hate taxes. And I'm like, well, you hate it because it's not going towards the stuff it's supposed to be going
Yes.
towards.
I have no problem with taxes. I
Me
think they're a
neither.
good thing. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But it sucks to know that I'm like, yeah, I'm paying these taxes and they're going towards things that I either actively don't support or am kind of like, I would much rather it go towards things that feel important
Yeah,
instead of whatever the government decides to choose.
yeah.
But we're all just monkeys in a late capitalistic society doing our best.
Pretty much.
Did I miss a cat?
Do you want one?
I thought I saw a cat, and then out of the corner of my eye, but then when I looked,
But I can
it's
give you
maybe
one.
gone.
Yeah, I think there's one in
Give me a
my
cat,
lap and
please.
Wade's lap.
It's. I think it's time for multi-cat cam. It is. It's that time. Let me figure out how to do this.
Cat cam.
Streamlord, get the multi-cat cam. Oh, Streamlord. Why is there a desktop share here
Like
as well?
every 30 minutes we get a brain break, but it's actively just pointing towards cats.
This is the best game dev channel ever. I'm just gonna come right out and say it.
She looks so
I
annoyed
guess I
right
need
now.
a cat puppet.
I like the way you're
That's the bad
holding
lighting
her.
for
That's-
the. Pretty sure she's almost invisible.
Yeah.
Oh,
She'd
the
be like that.
beans.
Oh my gosh, look at those beans.
So's Ranch, if I get him far enough, he turns into a white.
Just disappears.
The white goes.
Who's purring at the mic?
What's that?
Who's purring at the mic?
That could be mine.
Okay, pause game development to Google cat puppet.
Speaking of, I have to go switch my laundry real quick. I will be right back.
Unacceptable.
I know. Stupid chores. Go on, kitty. I will be right back.
Okay.
Andrew, what does your changes that you made? What's is there a visible notice to the change, or is it just a behind the scenes kind of thing?
It's just behind the scenes. Yeah, it's the list of player numbers. The real-time component was a singleton, a Unity singleton, which was just unnecessarily complicated. Especially because like we create the singleton, it has its real-time instance and models, and then it's persisting into like totally different real-time rooms.
Oh,
Which is like, oh no, that doesn't need to happen,
Yeah.
right? So it's an object that's in our manager. So we can just grab a new instance in the new room, and then it'll have like, its real-time UUID should be right.
all right, cool. I wonder if we'll notice like performance things, like if it was carrying itself over.
I don't honestly, I don't know if we'll even notice anything. It's just like taking an overcomplicated thing that might be misbehaving and making it make sense, a little bit more sense. Having said that, it didn't fix the issue
Oh.
in my tests of like the player number being 100% reliable. So still digging. The next thing I'm doing, again, taking away some complexity from the system and making the lobby more reliable. I'm taking out the real-time game number server that I did, which was fun to build and kind of worked, but isn't going to be production code anyway, and was also like adding some chaos,
Oh, okay.
unnecessarily chaos in that room. Very
This
good
Max
per.
is who's is that? Is that Frosh or is
That's
that
Frosh.
okay?
That's Wade. That's Wade.
Wasn't sure if Max had
That's
left
Wade.
and his
Wade is
cat
Wade.
is.
There you go.
Frosh.
It looks like he's speaking into the mic.
This is cool. These we totally need to we needed like a full-time person who's just does highlight reels from the Game Dev Sesh.
I thought he was about to attack me.
Yeah, me too. Actually, looked like it was gonna go for a chin bite. Because what we do is we edit the videos. So like, when I was talking to chat, it's just Franz on the mic.
Let's see here.
So this is on Twitch. So I do think I can go to Twitch and do a highlight reel. It's just all the cat cams. Then people go back to look at the history of the game.
It's just cats.
Cat cam. Yep. Just cats doing stuff. So games are made. The truth is out.
I feel like not now, of course, but like maybe at some point, like we need to organize the folder structure of Bully Ball because
Yep.
it's confusing, and I think it adds to time when we're trying to find things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Max and I have talked about that a couple of times,
All
as
right.
well as I think establishing naming conventions and things like that.
Yep.
You mean the era of total chaos is going to end?
It has to end at some point. It can't be.
It could just become more
Yeah.
chaotic.
Okay, so
My brain goes strange places sometimes. I occasionally for a meal I'll just have like trail mix because I live alone and food preparation is sometimes wasteful, sometimes boring. And then there are so many cats on my screen. I just thought about getting like one of those automated feeders.
Yeah.
that just puts down human kibble like next to my desk. Anyway, that's not too weird, right?
No, it's perfectly normal.
Totally normal.
let's see here.
Okay, incrementally. Let's see if this works. Claims lobby is modified. I'm not sure what that's about.
All right, away you go.
Claims multiplayer menu is modified as well.
Oh my God, I'm so covered in hair now.
Hmm. I wonder what this is. Hmm. I wonder what this is.
Oh, did I show you guys? Did I send you guys the picture of the trees today?
Not today.
Nope.
We are a day behind on tree picks.
I only have one. That's somebody's tree down the street. There's one guy's tree who was so bad. Like by the time it was bad yesterday when we went past it today. He'd already like just chopped it up, like cut it down.
He wasted no time.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also like the city said not to touch the trees, let them come and do it. But I think also like I don't know. I'd be worried if like a branch from my tree fell on somebody when they were walking past. I mean, I don't want somebody to get injured, but I also don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
There was one tree that was kind of like this, but it was in a like a V shape, and it had split both sides down like that.
Interesting. Oh, it didn't. Well, because I didn't save though. What? Is there a way to see what your changes are when it says like lobby has been changed?
This his lobby has been changed.
Yeah. I opened it up and it said, and stuff was changed.
It's a good question. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Usually I go by the thing
guess
of if I didn't actively change something, I probably don't want it to save. Just as
Yeah.
like a default.
Yep. But then it like, if you click build, it saves and stuff. Anyway. Yeah, because I initially it opened up and it's like, oh, lobby wants to be different. And I'm like, I hit save and then I looked at the diff tool and still couldn't tell what happened. But I have this feeling one of my code changes a setting that's on one of the objects and that's all bubbling up. But meanwhile, let's see if this runs with the new changes. Who's watching? 2 people watching. I hope they're ready for action. Who's typing really fast?
Oh, that's me.
Oh. That's true action coding.
I mean, it's not loud.
broken so far. Uh-oh. I wonder if I can turn it down individually using the thing.
Now I don't hear it at all.
I've no
Yeah.
idea what it sounds like on the
I've stopped
thing.
typing. If I'm going to be doing
it has its own
any
volumes.
active typing, I can.
Oh no, I was talking about his game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your typing was nothing
Add a feature
outrageous.
today. That's good.
It was just fast. Okay, how's that, Wade?
Yeah,
Still slightly audible? But
yeah.
better? Cool. Yeah, it has its own slider, as it turns out. Okay, so getting the code is much faster. Oh, I forgot I did this. Loading text, it's not quite right. It's okay for now.
Sorry, getting into game was faster, like normcore.
No, getting the room code is faster.
Why?
Do you know why? Because it just does a random number now,
Okay.
which is fine for testing. But I forgot I had it also when you join the room, it reloads the room, so it should be in theory a multiplayer session. Do I want to check that in yet? I think I do. It doesn't really break anything. But in here, player number doesn't work yet.
So, in the 4 hours that we've tested the game throughout the month, which I feel like is a lot because it's not like we're in there for 20 minutes at a time. It's 470.3 megs of data. And the plan, which is the free plan, gets you 120 gigs. So we're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah. So we'd have to do 200 times the usage, I think.
Or just have like really expensive
Yeah,
data.
yeah.
You can now save stream videos to real-time share. Well, so far I don't think I broke anything, which is always good. Oh, there's way more spam now. Sorry.
There's a performance in there.
Oh, I have my performance monitor. I don't have it turned on in Windows.
I mean, does it feel okay or is it?
I mean, it's me. I don't really
Okay.
notice. And it's also Windows, right? Which is not I don't care about too much. But let's switch settings to smooth. I think probably Unity probably has stats that I could maybe you guys can see them. Is there a button I can push to see frame rate?
I don't think so. Oh, you mean in I don't know.
No, Unity has a million. The editor has a million performance tools. We've been using mostly Oculus performance. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, see if I can play. Back, load, build.
I'll be right back.
Kind of sad for our viewers. I keep making code changes, committing them, and I open up the game and it does exactly the same thing. Because it's all kind of like code cleanup. Meh. Did I punch my mic? Whoa.
Oh,
Ooh. Got a little bit of English on that. Janky overhead throw. This is not a good angle. We have to go left-handed here. I accept that. It's an interesting lie for this, hopefully, ultimate delivery. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Get rid of the physics hazard, the handle. Yes. Delivery's not over yet. I guess once the pins are all down, the delivery can end. Although it might have... Does your ball still lie in the lane after your last delivery? Does it go to the next...
I would lean towards remove it.
After your last delivery?
Yeah.
If you hit all the pins, it can just go away. Although I don't think we check how many pins you've knocked down until the delivery's ended. But then, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, that, you know, that's just the way it is today.
Yeah. Not that that's inherently wrong, but
I can't believe that ball did not go into the drink. I just yeeted it over the fence without thinking too hard. Yeah, the fence. There we go. Alright, so far, this seems fun. Nice. Get out of the game. Somebody hit the Windows key. Okay. Speaking of person kibble. Yeah, it changed something in lobby, and I don't know what it is. How curious am I? Good question. Okay, I'm gonna away from keyboard,
Oh,
because if Wade's not here, what's the point? To grab some, to go to the bathroom quickly and grab some human kibbles.
did you need to see? Did you need
Let's
to
call it
see
what it is.
this?
It's a bio
Did you need to
break.
see this?
Wait.
oh,
Yes. Cat cam.
it's a fine specimen right there.
Cat cam. Cat cam.
Oh, okay. You have to see this. I'll see if I can show you. She got a. She got a
Also,
new.
we need to send you some furniture that's not
She
black.
got. Well, she got a new little spring bed.
Oh,
Little spring flowers on it. Here, let's see if I can. And she sits here next to my.
that's so cute.
She's coiling.
she's-
Oh,
That's a
there she
curl up right
goes.
there. That's so
There
good.
she goes.
Good kitty.
Licking a foot for stream.
She shows up well in that.
Oh no, Wade's back. Now I can't take my break.
He needs to take a break. I mean, if everybody was gonna,
It's a bio break.
oh,
I'll be back.
it just sounds like biohazard. Okay. Max, you know the classes that you know when it's your turn, the method it calls.
Um, I don't know off the top of my head.
All right.
Andrew might know that one.
Yeah, he does. But he told me last time. I feel bad asking again.
Okay, I'm gonna do a really small light bake, so if I get choppy for a second, that's
All
why.
right.
I don't imagine it'll be too bad, but it's always hard to tell.
Wait, were you asking about an event?
Yeah. I know you told me this last time. Where is the where does the event sit that like when it's your turn? I guess at the beginning of a course turn. Where is that? So like if we're playing spooky and we're at lane 3 and it's like, okay, it's your turn at lane 3 because that's when I want it to just show up in the ball return, right?
Yeah, we don't really have a game start event. Like, it never pops up when it's player one's turn. But we do have an event when it's time. Like, player two gets a notification, right? After the first delivery, we get a notification. Let's start there. And I guess we can hook that up to a game start event.
Okay. But like at some point it must be so when I knock down all the pins and I go to the next course, isn't there some sort of event that says, "Oh, he's knocked down all the pins, reset something"?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few events. Like when someone's delivery ends, it tells the next person that it's their turn,
Right.
right? Yeah, good question. I feel like I meant to move it to a rule manager, but that it's currently sitting in still like the event pump class. Why does not Visual Studio open up the file that I clicked?
Yeah, isn't that
I'm
wild?
just still thinking about it.
No, it usually just the first time you're opening Visual Studio, if it via a double click of a script in Unity, the last session, it doesn't actually open that file.
There it is. Wake, toggle game rules, blah blah blah.
Just so I know what to work on for the next few minutes, are you creating those things, Jillian, or are you working on?
I'm cleaning up models. I'll probably get to that tomorrow if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally
Then I
fine.
can,
Just
then I can watch the video.
cool. Just making
Yeah.
sure I know
Yeah.
where to spend my time. Yeah, and I have what looks like a good light bake setting that's like relatively quick. It only took like less than 2 minutes on this lab.
Okay.
And the results look good enough for a quick pass. So
Okay.
I should be good to bring in extra objects and see how they look.
What? Oh, open document.
Took me a while to figure it out, Wade. Oh, it did.
What's that?
Just hold on. I'm in mid chew. Here we go. So they currently all the logic lives here, which is not necessarily how it should be, but in multiplayer game state object, the state events are all updated when the real-time model changes. So all the local events come from the server events.
Right.
So I would focus on the on current frame did change. And oh, so on my screen actually, can you see this?
Yes, and I see it. Yeah.
So it's multiplayer game state, which is in it lives in scripts gameplay.
Okay.
It's the first thing in here. So it does a bunch of stuff, but eventually, if the frame changes, like if it goes from hole 1 to hole 2, you get current frame changed event, right? And that will send server frame changed event. There's also on current player turn number did change.
Right. Okay.
But this is not yeah, I think you're probably going to be more interested in current frame did change because this is interesting. You're going to want to know if this player, the frame changes once, right? So we go to lane 2 and then player 1 delivers, and then player 2's turn happens, and we're already on frame 2 because everyone goes to frame 2 at the same time.
Right.
So you need to know player number did change and check how many deliveries that player has on that lane, right?
And if they have no deliveries, then spawn their
Spawn.
ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I can just add the code in here. Now the only thing is, oh wait, I'm just gonna. This is the other part that's gonna be tricky. Is each lane has its own ball return. So I also need to somehow link up the ball return to that lane. And so that I can say, okay, get this ball return, spawn the ball here. Don't, because if I have it just like an event on all the ball returns, it's just gonna, every single ball return will get us a ball.
We can always put
Which, as we
a
know,
variable
could
on
potentially crash the game.
each ball return. Yeah, we could put a variable on each ball return, like a script or something that just says which lane it's associated with.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The only thing that's like, I'm gonna think may make testing a little bit tricky is I don't think you're gonna get the player number event on like we don't have a game start event, right?
Right.
When you turn on rules, player number is just 1, I think. What to do?
So when you say that, you mean like, so if I turn on the events,
We don't have a game start event, right?
right?
We have if you have 2 players, it's easy to get, okay, it's player number 2's turn. But if you have 1 player, it's not easy to get, it's player number 1's turn.
Right.
Well, wouldn't the default be, right now we don't have an event for game start, but when everyone either enters the scene for the first time, or when you first select, like, use rules, go, just always spawn the player 1's ball at the first lane. And then from there on out, it should catch every other case because you're finishing an attempt, therefore triggering the next event. Because you'll always be starting the game, whether it's upon scene load or upon rules turning on, you're always going to be starting with player 1's ball at lane 1, I would imagine.
Sorry, I'll be right back. This cat's driving me nuts. One sec.
The only case I could think of would be like if we ever introduced like a practice mode where you're like, I really want to play only on lane 4 because I need practice on it. Then again, that's not really on our pipeline, so that's kind of like a secondary. But I imagine having an event that's just like when you call event, you say spawn spawn ball on ball return, and then just pass it the lane number. Player number, lane number.
I don't think we need to special case that. I think the fact that we don't have an event for it's player number 1's turn, I think that's a logic failure.
Yeah.
Like it should toggle from player number null or player number 0 to player number 1 instead of defaulting at player number 1. When we like enable the rules or when someone pushes the game start button, right? Which I think we'll have that in our future. It's like, do this thing to start a game. But, you know, that just sort of feels more.
Hi, sorry about that.
A little more intuitive, for sure.
Sorry, what did I miss? I know we were talking about potentially having it so that when the first person loads.
Yeah, that seemed like it seemed like extra code for a special case that is covering for like a missing event.
Should probably just add that event in instead of trying to cover that missing event.
Yeah, I'm thinking like player number should like default to 0 or something. And then when the game starts, it updates the player number, which then like it just seems that like the ball should just always spawn for whoever's turn it is if they haven't made any deliveries.
Yeah. So where is the that's under player data, right?
So the problem is, I'm not sure exactly where this is happening, but the player number I think just is 1 by default. Therefore, yeah, I have it on screen here. Current turn player number defaults to 1. And current frame defaults to 1. So we're not going to get a frame changed event or a player changed event when the game starts. And I think the missing event here is game start event that toggles those things and fires off your stuff. So I think that goes on the board as a priority 1, unless there are any objections.
Nope.
And meanwhile, you could, it makes your testing a little bit draggy, but you can definitely get, you can definitely get the events you need. You just have to like knock over 10 pins.
Right.
Which is not hard. Spawn a pin set, turn rules on, knock them over.
Yeah. Okay, and so
So you want to be listening for, I will drop it in chat. On current turn player number did change. Sends server player turn changed.
so I want to listen for, I want to subscribe to server player turn changed.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm dropping it in the programming chat. Boom. This is the event to listen for. And then you probably do something like this. This is not the logic, but you probably only the local player whose turn it is is gonna call the spawn logic. I mean, definitely the person whose turn it is should spawn the ball, because then they automatically own it and all that other good stuff.
Well, shouldn't it be? Shouldn't the spawn logic be sitting on the? Sorry, that's a cat. Sitting on the return, and then I get the current user and whatever the ball is and spawn it.
Yeah. But we don't want, if there are 4 people playing, we don't want 4 people running that code, right?
Right. Okay.
So that's why I have this.
So we're gonna spawn 4 balls on the first shot.
No. If it's my turn, we spawn
Yeah.
my ball, right?
Yeah.
But remember, we have 4 clients connected. So we don't want all 4 clients spawning balls when they receive that message, right?
Correct.
Only the person whose turn it is gonna spawn a prefab.
Yeah, and that's the current current turn player number, basically.
Yeah, it's the code I dropped in here, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought there was something additional to that you were saying. I get it. Yeah. No worries. Yeah.
Okay, Jillian, I just sent one more message. It seems that there is indeed an intermediate step.
Okay, perfect.
It's pretty simple. It looks like it's something that Blender does more or less automatically via just like a simple button click.
All right,
You
that's
create
perfect.
the new UV channel, have Blender Smart UV project onto that channel. So it's not actually doing a true light map. It's just unwrapping the 3D object onto a 2D space so that Unity knows where to like lay out the light map.
Right. Well, that will be interesting too, because I can do an automatic unwrap and we can see what it does and if it requires more attention, like if I have to do more
Yeah.
manual unwrapping or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like the majority of models will probably be all fine, but if we notice a single model has like some bleeding issues or isn't lighting up correctly, we can go back on an individual basis to do it, I imagine.
Okay, sounds good. I can get that. I can watch all that stuff tomorrow and get you a model tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries. I think that's about as much info as we get before needing to test things and see what's working and what's not. But I think that should also get rid of the warnings that sometimes pop up that are saying certain models in the scene have overlapping UVs. I think that'll resolve that.
Oh, I wonder.
warning
Okay,
as well.
I really wasn't sure whether that's. I mean, that makes sense. I just assumed it was like that. I had, it was a sloppy model that had, overlapping verts or faces.
Yeah, I think those are separate warnings because I have seen that as a warning where it's like, oh, this model has self-intersecting faces, and Unity will just automatically
Delete.
remove one of those faces.
Yeah.
So it kind of handles that, but it doesn't do anything about the overlapping UVs, which is why sometimes we get, if you do that light bake, you get some weird like splotchy looking models, and I think it's
Right.
because of those overlapping UVs. Creating the new channel and unwrapping onto that channel should, fingers crossed, resolve both those warnings and give us models that can be light baked without relying on Unity to unwrap them for us, which obviously has been causing issues. So Cool. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to be on for the UV stuff. I have a scene set up for testing purposes. Since it doesn't really matter if this scene is updated or not, since it's a lab, do you all just want me to ignore pushing it up main and just keep it as local changes for now? I don't really see the need for everyone else to have lab changes.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I guess you could just push it if other people need to work on it.
Yeah. I'll leave it as is for now, but the only things it touches are lab and light baking stuff.
You're fine.
I do not understand what changed in this file.
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
That's because he's deaf.
Can't hear himself scream.
And that's like, I would say that's a 4 out of 10 at his max.
Good. My cat was also screaming this morning so much I had to lock him out of the room so I could get my last, hour of sleep.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
He was just standing in the doorway, just yowling, just because. Who knows why?
Just because. I find I can't do that because then it's just like then she'll just sit outside and yowl louder.
Yeah.
She's been locked out, so I'm just like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Oh, I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is. It is because in the multiplayer menu prefab, I got rid of a parameter on one of the scripts. And so the upstream references to that changed. So, how are people for lobby.unity and a multiplayer menu.prefab merge?
Should be good on my end.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And what it'll probably do is, as we open this in other scenes, I think that will probably get pushed upstream as well. Oh no, these multiplayer menus only in lobby. Yeah, I think this all makes sense, because I took the real-time component parameter off of the script, and the script is in the prefab, so it all trickles up. Okay, gang. Does someone want to do a quick Windows sanity test of my branch before I push it?
Like, what? Check it out and run it?
Just make sure multiplayer still kind of works.
Sure.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because I'm sort of checking these things in stages. And I want to know right away if something regresses.
Yeah, I gotta call my dad. Sorry, what's the branch again?
I haven't quite pushed it yet.
Okay.
What is the message? Oh, I don't. Yeah, that is the message. Okay, branch is Andrew WIP. Oops, I haven't pushed it yet.
So are we just doing a test through Windows then? Not an
Yeah.
actual build?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just want to make sure like the multiplayer server and room and player number stuff still works for more than one player.
Does this have my ball outline in it?
I don't know.
I'm curious if the ball outline will.
It says fixed outline, yeah. Like,
But I did commit. If it was off the recent push I put, it would. But otherwise, it won't. It doesn't matter anyway.
it was today at 7 p.m.
Then it should. I think.
Git commit 576.
Probably. Okay. I'm going to go in and get it going.
Oh no, this is March 10. That's weird.
Uh-huh.
Ding.
Sorry, kitty. You'll probably have to get up. Thank you.
I should. What should I do? Trying to figure out how the game chat is gonna work with the stream chat. We'll find out.
Code is 1235.
Okay.
Wait, what happened? Oh, that was fast.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
have
Oh,
some,
okay.
some doubling of your voice.
Let me mute myself. There.
Cool. Yeah,
Can
so I
you
think
point at the
stream
ball?
can hear me. Sorry? Point at the ball?
Shoot, oh, there they are.
I moved it already.
Is it going yellow?
It's highlighting for me, yeah.
Okay, good. And it doesn't highlight for me, so that's good.
Okay, cool. All right, so
right.
let's see if we get player numbers. I don't think I've included Western in the build yet. I mean, New Spooky in the build yet, so anything else
Okay.
should work.
All right, Western.
Western? To Western. I got
Player
player number
two.
2. Uh-oh, are we both player
I
number
have-
2?
No, I'm saying yours is player 2.
Oh, good, good,
I'm
good.
player 1.
Yeah, we've got player numbers. Oh, yeah.
So
Let's turn. Why don't you bolt the gate and we'll just make sure that that works.
did my ball stop slightly above the ground for you?
It's hard to say without shadows. It does look like maybe.
No, it's not. Okay, I'll have to look into that. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
My controllers aren't showing up for some reason.
All right.
Oh, do you know what's interesting?
What?
I think I enabled rules, but I think you did not. So I wonder what it did. And when guys, your delivery didn't end because
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
Mind-boggling. Anyway, it shouldn't happen in real life. I think the game's working, right?
Seems like it. Here, I'll try it again. Ready? I enabled rules.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There.
Player number, free throw earned. Yeah, you got a free throw because that gate was activated
Right.
earlier. It's weird. Kind of caches that.
Well, probably because it said it and it didn't.
Yeah.
It's
didn't
static
unset.
or something. And,
Yeah, it doesn't get unset.
I like the. Oh, it's because I'm running locally, so I'm seeing
Yeah, I
pictures.
can't take your ball, so that's good. Yeah, I think
And
I'm
it's
happy.
definitely.
I'm ready to check
Okay.
this in.
Cool.
Keep working.
All right. See ya.
Do not regress anything. Thank you, sir.
So the highlighter is working, and Andrew's code did not regress, and the player numbers showed up.
Very good.
Our
I-
good.
Tried to join, but my controllers weren't showing up, so I
Ah.
couldn't navigate or anything, which is
Huh.
odd.
I had that happen recently, where I had to, like, the Unity session hadn't necessarily taken over from the, what's it called? Quest Link or Rift? It
Yeah.
hadn't taken over fully from the shell. So when I went to the shell menu and poked Unity, then it got focused properly, and then I was able to proceed.
Yeah. I'd probably just have to mess around with it. I just by the time I would have figured it out, you guys were already gonna be.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't
Finish
wait
up.
for you. I was just
No,
like,
that's
I got
fine.
the game code and I jumped in.
As soon as I realized that my controllers weren't showing up, I was like, nah, it's all good. It was a pretty quick test anyways, so
Yep. All right, I'm gonna create a pull request for this. Because I think it's leaving things better than they were. Oh, look at all this code I took out. Edge. Pull request created. Need more food. I'm gonna step away again for just a sec.
Hydration.
Andrew's not brought in his stuff, correct?
I don't think so. Not to main. Let me double check.
Oh, he's got a pull request sitting there.
Sorry. I wandered off to the kitchen.
Or is it? You want me to?
Yeah, if you could, if I think that everything's fine with that. I'm sad that I touched the prefab, but that is life. Yeah, I gotta eat some Oreo cookies. Then I'll be right back.
I'm gonna rebase it. Okay.
Rebase and merge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be clean. I think
Okay.
it's on top of everything.
All right. Then.
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to delete your branch too?
Yes, please.
Okay. Gone. All right.
Stop. Okay. I actually have to call my mom real quick. Have a chat. We haven't talked in a bit, and we have some vacation plan stuff we need to discuss. I'm not sure how long that'll take, but I know my partner will be probably back by the time I'm done, so I'm not sure when or if I'll be back on tonight.
Okay.
Cool.
But let me know if you all need anything. I should still be around, and worst case, I will see you all in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm realizing we're coming up on 3 hours, so I might have to
Yeah, I was gonna say I might call it.
unplug
Yeah.
before too long.
All right. I got to eat too, so as well.
Well, good timing, but yeah, good work, everyone. I'm glad we had a viewer interact. That's always nice.
Yeah, yeah. And oh, wrong button. I was trying to get Max's cat back on stream for a second.
Cat number 1, cat number 2.
Oh no, hold on. Let me maximize. Curse my slow
Let me turn
stream
off
management.
my background blur.
Here, get rid of this.
Tux,
Oh,
hi, buddy.
Oh my gosh, so many game developers.
Be nice.
Oh, look at they're
Don't
playing
attack your
nicely
brother.
together. New multiplayer mode. King of the windowsill.
he has such a long tail.
He's a big boy.
One cat totally vanished against the window. It's
She's
just like
ascending.
floating patches.
The tail.
A tail from heaven. Oh, a face. Oh, a face. Yeah, you're gonna get eaten. Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Violent.
Hit me?
we're gonna have online violence. We're gonna get banned from Twitch.
All right. I'm signing off, guys.
Okay.
Before the horror.
It's gonna cut out when the cat's just gonna be like a blur in the middle of the screen, and you'll hear like half a scream before I cut out. Now she has to clean because I've sullied her.
It's just gore covering the camera. No need to blur it out.
Good night.
Good
Okay.
night.
Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
And then there was one. What mic is this thing using? Was it not muted that whole time? Mysterious. Muted for stream, but not for them? I don't even know. But yeah, maybe that's the case. Oh yeah, because my mute button is for the effects. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm curious about why I don't get a player ID number after joining the room. Meow, 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 meow. Attempting to auto-detect real-time instance, but multiple instances of real-time exist in the stream. I thought that was no longer true. Hmm. Oh, here it is. Sure enough. Hmm. Interesting. Am I still alive? I think I solved this issue. There was an extra... There were too many real-time instances still in this lobby. I'm gonna check it out. So I don't have my avatar yet. Get my code. Join. Here I am back here. Oh. I did get my player number. Took a second. So which means I can now... Yeah, I can do player number things. However, I seem to have lost audio. It's an interesting challenge. Because one of the things it does is when it's loading a scene is it stops all audio. Huh. And unloads the banks. Conundrum. Conundrum. So I think. Good night, stream.